Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be slightly different. It's going to be introduction to my new series, 0.1 Ethereum to 10 Ethereum. Now, just before we start this, I'm actually going to timestamp below when this episode actually begins, but the first 2 minutes of this video are going to be explaining how this series is actually going to work, which I think is very important to listen to, but if you don't want to, I'm going to timestamp when you can skip to below. So I've been in the NFT space for around about 5 months now, and I've been lucky enough to get on some good projects and find some success and make some money along the way, so I really want to share this journey with you. Now, there are 2 reasons why I think this series is going to be so important. Firstly, because I'm starting with a low number of 0.1 Ethereum, which is around about $350. So hopefully this is something that's going to be very interactive and that everyone at home can follow along with. We can all learn from each other's failures and mistakes, and also successes along the way. And reason number 2 is because on YouTube and Twitter, we often see these influencers, pointing out many projects that we should try and get whitelists for, but really acquiring all these whitelists and these projects is just simply impossible. So what I'm going to do every single episode is I'm going to show you the projects that I'm really trying to get whitelists for, that I believe in for the long term, so you don't waste your time. And also, as we acquire some more Ethereum, I'm going to show you the trades that I'm going to be making. So how this series is going to work is I'm going to be posting 1 video per week over here on YouTube, and I'm also going to link a Twitter down below, which I've started, and that will kind of give you more live updates on what I'm doing kind of day to day and the projects that I'm going for and the trades that I'm making as we acquire more Ethereum. But now we're going to jump straight into the first episode. First project on the list, which I'm most excited for, is going to be the Citadel game. Now, this is going to be a play-to-earn game, which is going to have an initial supply of 3,333, and it's going to be minting in April, but I still believe there's time to get whitelist. Now, this project is really in-depth. They have a yellow paper, which is over an hour long, takes to read, and takes many hours to understand it, so I'm not going to try and explain it to you in this video, even though it's a very interesting read, and I'm going to link the white paper below. But I'm going to give you 5 really good reasons why I'm bullish behind this project. So I think, firstly, if we go over to Twitter, we can see Otto Soen, we can see Dope Oxides, and we can see even NFT Llama be really super bullish on this project. And these are people who are very well accustomed to the NFT space, and especially the play-to-earn scene, so their opinion is very well respected in the community. So this is firstly a good sign. Also, this game has been ready for a couple of months now, but they've actually taken their time and listened to the community and people within the space who know what they're on about, just to make sure they perfect the game to make it perfect on release. And so this means that their game is going to be really good, and furthermore, it's going to be ready the second you mint the NFT. You can start playing and earning, which NFTs, which often take years to build their game, often we see their floor price really suffer, which we shouldn't do here. Next, as we go on Twitter, you can see here it's going to be community first DAO governance model. And what they exactly mean by this is, we scroll down the white paper to the bottom, we can see that if you own a ship, it means that you're given a pilot's badge. And with this pilot's badge, you can basically vote on the future of this project. Now, it takes 5 badges to make a proposal, but if a proposal gets accepted, then it's implemented immediately. For example, they're really taking this to the furthest boundaries and not holding anything back. So if you want to vote to reduce the royalties, for example, that the founders can get from sales on this project, you can vote to do that. So they're really letting the community decide the future of this project, which I think is really good, because the community are going to be the one actually playing the game and actually know the most about it. And finally, the economy behind this game, which you can find out much more in the yellow paper, is actually being audited and approved, which you don't see for many other games out there, which often you can see their economy failing in the long term, as they don't have this long termness played out. But this game has really gone into depth and make sure they've been audited by external parties to make sure they are good. The second project on my list is going to be Stay Cool NFT, which I've talked about in the previous video, but I'm going to summarize here the main reasons why I'm bullish. So, going to have a low collection size of 1,500. If you can take a look at our art, it's very unique, colorful and vibrant, which I think is going to make it stand out. Thirdly, they're connected to a well-established clothing brand, which already successfully produces clothing, and I think there could be some really cool physical utility linked in with this. And number 4, they actually have the same mod team as Invisible Friends, and you can see a lot of the people in the server are actually from Invisible Friends, so they're more likely to have these sort of diamond hands rather than just be flippers. Now, one thing that I would like to say quickly is that this project actually is releasing this month and Discord is locked. So if you're not in there currently, I do think it's going to be quite hard to get that whitelist for this project, but I'd still try if you are in there, and maybe try and get in soon if you are not. But it's definitely on my radar. The third project on my list is going to be a Nero. And just a quick reminder, we're doing a big giveaway at 500 subscribers, so make sure you hit that button now to secure your place. Now, a Nero is going to be more of a passive play for me, just because it's slightly more risky. We can see here there's actually going to be a 10k supply, which is something which I'm not a big fan of. And also, if we take a look at the utility, they offer a streetwear marketplace, manga development, also metaverse presence. So they really haven't gone into too much detail about how they're going to achieve these pieces of utility, and it seems okay utility so far, but I really want to see how it's developed. So again, it's a slightly more risky play. But one of the main reasons I'm bullish behind this project, you can see here they're over 100,000 followers on Twitter, but mainly the fact that they have really good art behind this project. You know, looking at some of the sneak peeks here, in my opinion, it's some of the best anime art within the space. And you can see here the artist behind this project, who is fully doxed, actually even has his own manga series, which he produces all the art for. So overall, this is going to be a more passive attempt to try and get the whitelist for this project. I see it could do very well in the future because of high quality art, but it really depends how the space is doing at the time, and also if we still have this kind of current anime meta which you're having. So I'd say this is definitely the lowest on my list so far, but something that I'm still going to try and get whitelist for. Thank you so much for watching this first episode in the series. I'm going to try and carry this series on, so leave any tips and feedbacks in the comment below, and don't forget to go and follow the Twitter. And again, just a last reminder, we're in a big giveaway at 500 subscribers, so make sure that button now to secure your place. Peace.